bro, why is this happening? Like, my arm is like so shaky. I was driving on the highway and I had to pull over because I felt like I was gonna freaking pass out on the highway. I just started smelling something really bad, and because I have like chronic nose issues, I can sometimes not tell what is smelling bad. So I'm like, is it coming from out the window or is it coming from inside of my van? This happened last summer. I was driving on the highway and I smelled a really strong smoke smell. I thought it was coming from outside, and a bunch of smoke starts pouring out of my vents, and my van could have caught on fire. I think it didn't, but basically there was a bunch of like leaves in my, I forget what it's called, I can't think right now, the part that brings in fresh air so that you can have fresh air coming into the vents in the car. That part had not been cleaned out ever, so there was a bunch of dirt and debris and leaves in there, and the space got so hot that the leaves started burning up, and it all the smoke started coming into my van, and I'm just like so scared that something like that is gonna happen again. So anyway, I'm pulled over, just trying to drink water and calm down. I think like I just give myself anxiety for no reason. Like I pulled over and like my hand was shaking. I think it's better now. Talking about it helps. Right. Let's continue on. Just having some thoughts this morning that I want to share as I make my breakfast. There's this YouTuber that I have watched on and off for a few years. Like, she's very in tune with herself, in tune with life. I realized I stopped watching her videos because I compare my life to her life, and I feel jealous, and jealousy isn't something I feel within myself a lot at all. She just has built such a lovely community of friends around her, and it's something that I've been yearning for my entire 20s, is just to have feminine friendships and like a community to be a part of. And another thing in my life I've always wanted to do is travel internationally. I've never been to the other side of the world before, and it's just something that I have always wanted to do, yet I've never had the money for it. And I'm thinking like how we always want what we don't have. Like I feel blessed, honestly, to even have a job right now and to be able to work remotely so that I can travel in my van when I can and still have the means to work. Like, I think we always want what we don't have, and people might look at me and watch my videos and want what I have, whereas I'm looking at someone else's videos and wanting an aspect of their life that I don't have. And sorry, is this like is this too deep? I'm on my moon right now, so I'm like feeling emotional talking about this, which is weird. But I'm like, maybe I need to romanticize my own life. You are not even gonna believe me. Maybe you will believe me. I don't know. But I don't even believe that I did this again. This is the second time in like 2 weeks that I've wrecked my glasses. And I just remembered that these glasses costed me $600. I really cannot afford to break them beyond repair, but bitch, I broke them again. Like, look at what the fuck? What the fuck? I had them on my bed and I had my contacts out and my glasses were on my bed and I sat my big fat ass on them. So now I have to go to the glasses store and get them fixed again. But look at this. Both of the lenses, they fully popped out, bitch, okay? And the frames, they're so bent and like twisted out of shape. Who knew my butt was so fat and big? That is so weird. Ew! That's so bad. I don't like, oh my god, that is headache inducing. Amazing. I just got them fixed. Man, she straightened it all out. She put the lenses back in. She even gave me little new pads on the inside because I've had these for so many years. Oh, I'm so grateful that they could be fixed and that it was free of charge too. Yay. I'm about to go pick up my dog and go walk him, but I wanted to give a little book update about the books I've been reading recently because, to be honest, I'm not talking about these ones, but I've been reading some just like really disappointing, shitty sci-fi. Children of Time, I DNF'd it like halfway through. For right now, I might pick it back up later. I'm just not into it. I think I just don't like the author's writing style. And then I read the Iron Garden Sutra, which is kind of like a new sci-fi. It's about AI, which if I knew it was going to be about AI, would not have picked up the book. Like, to be honest, I'm so sick of talking about AI, thinking about AI. It's just like everywhere these days, and I hate it so much. I find it so annoying and I just can't stand it anymore. So that one got 2 out of 5 stars for me. I did not enjoy it. And then, I finally picked up a good book. And it's a fantasy. Usually I don't like fantasy, but this one's more of a dark fantasy. So I really liked it. The House of the Beast, or it's just called actually House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. And apparently this author lives in Vancouver, which is really cool. It's about this world where these people have 4 main gods, and one of the gods is called the Dread Beast, and the main character's mother dies very early in the book, and basically her father, who she didn't meet until she was like 11 or something, he kind of had a hand in letting her mom die, and then he adopts the main character into his house where they worship the Dread Beast. The main character unknowingly becomes like best friends with the Dread Beast, and the book is about her getting revenge on her father for killing her mom and wanting to take all his power away with the help of the Dread Beast. So the beginning of this was like really, really strong, and the ending, like the writing just felt different from how it began. So that part was a little bit off-putting. I think the ending was not as strong as it could have been. The characters were acting different compared to how they were acting in the beginning of the book. It was still good. I still gave it 5 stars because I would say I enjoyed probably like 98% of it. It was just near the end I was kind of like, what the heck. Now I'm reading, hold on girl, you're not gonna believe this. I feel in the mood to read something kind of just chill and lighthearted. I've just been reading like so many sci-fi books recently, and like I am a sci-fi girly. Like I love sci-fi. I can never get enough of it. But the sci-fi I've been reading recently has just not been good, and so I kind of just want something to like cleanse my palate. I don't want to say that, but that's what I'm looking for right now. I just want something light and easy and breezy to read. And so I'm reading People We Meet on Vacation because I'm like, Emily Henry is such a popular author. Like her books have really been popping off the last few years. And I don't really have FOMO, but I'm like, people must enjoy her books for a reason. And this is a romance book. Girl, I don't know the last time I read a romance book. It's not my genre. Probably the last romance I read was Song of Achilles. I don't even like that was years ago that I read that. And that one's not even really pure romance. It's like Greek mythology retelling with tragedy. I'm just like, am I even really a reader if I have never read an Emily Henry book? But I guess you could say that about a lot of books. You could say, are you really a reader if you have never read any classics? But then it's like, sometimes classics suck. And sometimes you're just not interested in reading them. And I guess same could be said for any kind of book on the planet. But to me, I feel like, am I even like a reader in this day and age if I've never picked up Emily Henry? And I feel like her books are so popular, it must be for a reason. So whatever, I'm just gonna give it a try. I'm on like chapter 2. This is basically about this girl named Poppy and this guy named Alex, and they're like best friends or something, and they go on a vacation every single year together, except they have a falling out, and the book kind of leads up to their falling out and what exactly happened between them. So definitely a character driven book, which I usually don't like, but whatever. I'll give it a try. I've honestly been having such a weird week. Such a weird week. And I apologize if this video has been all over the place. I haven't even had the real chance to film a proper video. So I've basically been applying for my dream job for 3 years. This is my 3rd year applying. And they hire every year around springtime. So every spring I apply to it as many times as I possibly can. And this is what happened. It was a big oops. It was a big oopsie. It was a big oopsie on my part, but also not completely my fault. Oh my god. Sometimes when you're in a bad mood, sometimes all you need is like some good food. Like this is the bomb. This is the bomb.com. And let me know if you guys like when I share what I eat, because personally, I like sharing what I eat. Like, I want to tell you all about this thing that I'm eating right now, but personally, when I watch other people's YouTube videos, I don't give a shit what they're eating, and I usually skip over that part. So let me know if you like when I include my meals in my videos and if I should continue to do that or not. So I applied to my dream job in April. They didn't get back to me, as usual, because this is my third year applying. So I keep an eye on Indeed, and I see that they post again in May for the same job, and I'm like, that's weird. They have another posting up, but they didn't get back to me in April. So I'm like, maybe if I apply double, it'll make me look extra interested. So I apply both for the April listing and the May listing. Here's where the oopsie happened, because when I was applying for my dream job, I applied for a second job that I didn't really want, but I applied to just in case. It could potentially help me make some extra money. Plus, it's something I have a ton of experience in. A few weeks after applying, I was thinking more on that secondary job I had applied for, and kind of decided in my mind that actually, even though I'm very experienced in this work, it's something I'm actually trying to move away from and get out of. And my dream job is something completely new, something completely different I've never done before. And I would rather focus all of my energy and attention on getting that job. So I had kind of already decided in my mind that I did not want the job that I had applied for just in case, and I just completely forgot about it. Okay, about 2 weeks later, after applying to those jobs, and they were with the same company as well, just different departments, I got a call back from the company, and I'm freaking out. They tell me they want to bring me in for a job interview, and I'm freaking out because my dream job finally called me back. And I was so excited. I was more excited than I was nervous because I've been wanting this for so long. The days leading up to my interview, I study so hard to make sure that I get my dream job. Interview comes around, okay? It's going well. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm answering the job interviews specifically for what I studied for. This job has a very specific set of words that you need to include on your resume and in the job interview, so that they know that you're the right person for this job and that you will pay attention to the correct important things while working the job. And I was tailoring all of my answers to these specific words. I even started off the interview with saying, this is my dream job. I've been applying for it for 3 years. Like, I'm so happy to be in this interview right now. And the hiring manager looked very surprised, but didn't say anything. And then the rest of the interview, they keep asking me questions that don't really have anything to do with my dream job. Maybe you already know where this is going, but they never specifically said which position the interview was for. They never specifically told me in the interview what this position is. And so I assumed it was my dream job because I had linked this company to my dream job in my mind, because I've been applying to them for 3 years in a row, you know? And every single question they're asking me during the interview, it just had nothing to do with like everything I had studied. And we get to the end of the interview, and they were like, do you have any questions for me? And I'm like, yeah, like, is this even the job that I think it is? And they were like, no, you actually applied for this. I was so confused because I had completely erased that job from my mind after deciding that I didn't want it. If I had known that this job interview was going to be the position that I didn't want, I would have not went to the interview. I would have not wasted both of our time. It was my fault because I applied to a job and then I guess forgot that I had applied to it and that I didn't really want it. I also think it's the hiring manager's fault for not being specific. When they scheduled the interview with me, they did not tell me the position of the interview so that I knew which exact interview I was going into. They said the name of the company and that was all. So I was a little bit confused, obviously, with which interview I was going into. During the interview, even though I kept saying the exact title of my dream job, and I even said, oh my gosh, this position is my dream job, they didn't correct me, not even once, not until I asked specifically at the end of the interview, is this the job that I think it is? Only then did they tell me. If you can tell during the interview that I'm confused about this position, why are you not speaking up? Why are you not telling me? Why are you not being like, hey girlie, I don't know what you're talking about. This is not the position you think it is. It's actually this one. Are you sure you applied for the correct job? And I would have been like, oh, my bad. But no, they didn't say anything for the entire interview. Instead, made me look dumb when I was answering questions that were like, I was answering questions with answers that were completely unrelated to the job that they were interviewing me for. And yeah, obviously I didn't get the job. Not gonna lie, this left me feeling really bummed out, obviously, because I thought that after 3 years of applying to my dream job, I thought I was this close to it. All I had to do was pass the interview process and I was going to get it. And turns out at the end of the interview, I was actually not even near as close as I thought I was. And technically now I'm back at square one. It just feels a bit disheartening to want something so much and think that you're so close to getting it, and then realizing that you were never even close at all. It just left me feeling quite sad and like disheartened. Going forward, I'm still going to be applying, and that's all I can do. I even fixed my resume even further, and all I can do is hope for the best. And I hope that if this job is really meant for me, the correct company will find me eventually. It was also my birthday a few days ago. Let's see if you can guess how old I am. And to be honest, I didn't have the best birthday. I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't plan anything, but it kind of just snuck up on me, and then all of a sudden it was my birthday and I'm like, oh, it feels like any other regular day, and I'm one of those people who wants my birthday to feel extra special because it's like a day for yourself. Out of the entire year, it's a day to celebrate yourself for still being alive on this planet. And anyway, next week I'm gonna see, or this week, because today is Sunday, I'm gonna see my partner, I'm gonna see my sisters, and hopefully we can do something special to celebrate, because yeah, my birthday was 3 days ago and I have not done anything to celebrate it, and I want to.